grab your foam roller. We're going to come over to the wall, setting up for a wall pec major stretch. Lower the same knee that's closest to the wall down on the roller, and the other leg comes forward into a kneeling position. The same arm as the leg that's back goes on the wall into a T, making sure the wrist is slightly below the shoulder, and the rotation is happening from your rib cage, twisting away from the wall, opening up these overactive pec muscles. Breathe here. Inhale. Brace those abs, drive the knee that's on the roller down into the roller. Make sure that front knee is tracking forward over the second and third metatarsals, and that front leg has created a right angle. So if the knee's tracking too far forward, you may want to readjust the foot so that you can create that right angle with the knee traction forward. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and switch sides, setting up for a 2-for-1 stretch for your posture, getting into the pec major and the hip flexors. Now, if you just have lordosis and you don't feel that your pecs are very tight, you can just take the hip flexor stretch, and you can also add lateral flexion, bending away from that back knee towards the same side as your front leg. So lots of variations here. We just want to open up posturally tight areas before we begin our trampoline level 4 cardio burst. So for level 4, we're going to take the resistance up a bit, especially you'll feel it in the upper body. Always feel free to lower the resistance if you feel the front of the shoulders gripping, or your low back, or your knees. You can always change the resistance back to level 3's resistance. Okay, let's come up from the stretch, and we're going to grab our third to lightest loop band to put around our thighs. So it'll go around our outer thighs. So the lighter this band gets, the more we have to maintain that hip distance with the muscles of the legs that have been underactive. So we're slowly weaning off the band. The heavier the band, the more awareness it brings. The lighter the band, the more you have to have awareness. So with this third to lightest band around our outer thighs, we're going to grab our third to heaviest Theraband, creating right angles with our arms as we do a single leg bounce on our dominant leg for 4, 3, turning 2, 1. We turn back, 2, 3, 4, and then we do 4 center with the knuckles facing in to give the upper body a break on both legs. There's your reset. Pull out to your serratus on the 4th count to a single leg on the non-dominant side. Obviously, the tempo I'm counting is probably not your tempo, so bounce at your tempo, keeping it 20 to 50% effort right now as we warm up. So you're doing 4 to turn, 4 to turn back, 4 on 2 legs, 4 to turn, 4 to turn back, 4 on 2 legs. The arms are serratus anterior hold as you turn and as you turn back, knuckles in, upper body not pulling out on the band for your 4 double leg resets. Okay, that's our first exercise. Our second exercise is going to be in the sagittal plane, going forward and back. You're going to need your second to lightest Theraband to bring behind your shoulder blades. Serve the platter arms, palms up. Use this band to remind your chest to reach for it, closing the front ribs, plug the shoulders down, widen the collarbone. Begin with a double bounce on both legs. Shift to your non-dominant leg to travel forward and back on that non-dominant leg for 4. And then in place for 4 with double legs to the non-dominant leg for 4. So make sure you're breathing as you're doing this tempo. We're warming up. We're learning the exercise in the sagittal plane here, traveling forward and back. 4 forward, 4 back, and then back to 2. 4 forward, 4 back, back to 2 in place. This is our second exercise. Our third exercise, we're going to need let's take the third to lightest Theraband You'll bring it in your hand. So this should be the same one you used in the first exercise. And you're going to pull out on that band to create a T when we go side to side on one leg. When you're doing your double leg reset center, knuckles face in just like they did for the first exercise. You pull out on the fourth count and then single leg, beginning with your dominant side, side to side, knuckles in for four counts on both legs to reset, and then pull out to that T, and then side to side on the non-dominant leg. So this is our final exercise. Reminder of the first exercise, again, it was that serratus hold as you did your turn and your turn back, and then you did the knuckles in to do your four counts to reset, and on the fourth count you pull to the serratus hold, you turn for 4, you come back for 4, knuckles in, double legs for 4. Counting you in, 3, 2, 1. Give me 100% effort here. Level 4, we'll work for a full minute, then we'll take a 45-second recovery. Make sure you're breathing. Deep inhales, long exhales. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're giving your upper body a break. You're not feeling any work in the front of the shoulders. We want to widen the collarbone, roll the shoulders onto the back, lengthen the back of the neck. There should be an apple distance between your chin and your chest. Hear each exhale as you're working. This turning plane is where 90% of injuries occur, which is why it's imperative that we train in it. Lordosis and kyphotic lordotic posture need to build the abductors of the legs, which is why we have the band. All right, counting you down, 3, 2, 1, take your break. 45 seconds here. I'll let you know when you have 15 seconds to go so that you can set up. This is our final set in the transverse plane. You're doing great work getting this one out of the way because the turning plane can be the most challenging one for many people, considering it's not a normal thing to turn onto one leg, to bounce onto one leg in a turning position. But this really prepares you and strengthens that body so that other exercises and everyday movement don't lead to an injury. You're doing great. Okay, let's set up. I'm going to count you in, giving you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 100% effort. Give it all you got. I want to see you sweating by the end of this trampoline series. But remember, enjoy this. Have fun. You're bouncing. You're floating through space. Make it about the down, though, not about the up. We don't want to fully extend our legs. We want to keep those knees soft, tracking forward so that the glutes and the hamstrings can become involved. And we're not doing all hip flexor and quad work. So as you turn, bring awareness to where your focus of your eyes is. Keep your focus up a little higher than eye level. Roll those shoulders down the back. Make sure the elbows don't droop on your serratus anterior hold. Plug the shoulders down the back, soft knees, belly pulled in towards the spine. Imagine my hands on your shoulder blades. Bring the chest back towards those hands. Counting you down. 3, 2, 1. Take your break. 45 seconds here. I'll let you know the next exercise. Just as a reminder, we had our serve the platter arms with our second to lightest Theraband behind our back to remind the chest to reach towards the shoulder blades. We did 4 to begin on double legs, and then we shifted to one leg to go forward and back. And then we go back to double legs for 4, and then non-dominant leg, forward and back. Setting up, counting you in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it all you got. 100% effort here. We're going forward and back in the sagittal plane. Serve the platter arms. Keep the rib cage closed. Bring the front ribs to the back ribs. Press the back ribs into that band. Shrug the shoulders down the back. Widen your collarbone. Hear your breath. Apple distance between the chin and the chest. Make sure the head is floating on the spine. Eyes are gazing up eye level. Deep breaths. When you're resetting, just think about the knee traction. Think about the lateral breathing and the lift in and up on those lower pelvic floor muscles. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Deep inhale. Counting you down. 3, 2, 1. Take your break. 45 seconds here. We're going to repeat our exercise in the frontal plane, in the sagittal plane, forward and back. Make sure you're breathing. If you need to take a stretch right now, take that stretch. Grab some water, just don't sit down. We have our final set in the sagittal plane, forward and back. Let's make it count. Serve the platter arms. Focus up eye level. I'm going to count you in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it all you got. 100% effort here. Final set in our sagittal plane. Let's focus on our checkpoints. Legs hip distance apart. Feet and legs parallel from the top of the hip sockets. Pulling out on that band, keeping the legs hip distance apart at all times. When you kick the heel back towards your butt, you can think about that thigh reaching back as the other thigh reaches forward. This opposition helps with the balance. Also, think about the abdomen pulling in and up and neutralizing your pelvis so that you're not overextending your back and dumping into the low back by pushing the belly out. So keep the abs in, lift up on those muscles that stop your stream of pee. Be reminded that the chest is reaching for the back ribs and the back ribs are pressing into this band around the shoulder blades. The collarbone is wide, the shoulders are down the back. Think about your focus staying a little higher than eye level. Counting you down. 3, 2, 1. Take your break. Our final exercise in the frontal plane, we have the same band we used for the first exercise. We're doing the T pull-ups on the 4th count after our reset. And then we go side to side on our dominant leg. And then our 4-count reset and side to side on our non-dominant leg. Okay, I'm going to make sure you have 10 seconds to set up before we begin this first burst in the frontal plane, going side to side. You have 10 seconds. Get yourself set up. Soft bend in the knees. Awareness of the checkpoints. Focus up eye level. 3, 2, 1. 100% effort here. First set in our frontal plane. Give it all you got. Jumping on the trampoline is excellent for people who have cancer. So if you do have any friends, family, or coworkers undergoing treatment, it helps the lymphatic system. It also is a great mood enhancer and energy booster. So just doing a little cardio bursting every day on the trampoline can really boost your energy and make you feel a lot lighter and happier. All right. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your break. 45-second break here. And we're going to repeat that exercise in the frontal plane going side to side. You've done really great work today. I'm going to let you know you've got 15 seconds. So start getting set up. Once you're set up, count you in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me 100% effort. All you got here. You've got this. Final set of your cardio burst. All that follows is flexibility, and we love flexibility, right? So side to side, what's happening in the knees? Keep the knee traction over the second and third metatarsals. Feel the opposition of the lifted leg versus the leg that's down and grounded. Feel the baby toes making contact with the trampoline. You really do want to feel those baby toes. You're going to combat the pronation this way. Keep the legs hip distance apart. Pull the navel in towards the spine. Lift in and up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Widen your collarbone. Eyes need to gaze up eye level. Relax the back of the neck. Bring the front ribs to meet the back ribs. Just 20 seconds to go. This side-to-side motion can be challenging. Keep the range of motion small. Focus on the quality of the movement. You should be proud of yourself for showing up today and doing this for your heart health and your endurance. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work.